Hello, everybody. Well, as the title suggests, I'm going to be discussing what I learned in the heavy equipment business. Be talking about the best way for young people to get into it, uh, how to grow into it, how to get larger. I've never owned a heavy equipment company myself, but I've worked for a bunch of different ones doing different kinds of jobs. And so let's get started. It is to my opinion. Someone else may have a different opinion. If you're young and you're wanting to get into the heavy equipment business, I would suggest finding a local contractor. Uh, you will make less, yes. If you've heard about the prices, what these guys working, on these big jobs, they're going to get paid more. But you're more likely to get hired by a local guy and let that local contractor teach you. You can't just jump out of school and jump into a big piece of equipment and expect to use it. Yes, anybody can operate some controls, but knowing how to do it is the key. Throughout this video, I'm going to be showing some clips of different job sites I've been on. I've done a little bit of all of it, from cleaning up old driveways, building new driveways, building highways, interstates, building ponds, uh, working on big construction sites where they're building multi-story hospital buildings. I've done a little bit of all of it. Demolition, that's not one that you see every day, but I've done demolition work. And it all has its perks and its pros and its cons. But if you're starting off, as I said, I would start off with a local contractor. You know, maybe somebody you know, or somebody you know that knows a local contractor can get you hired on. Uh, and right off the bat, you got to show them you're willing to work. Now, a local contractor, you're not just going to be operating heavy equipment. You might as well get ready for that. You might be mechanicing. You might be out there with a chainsaw cutting trees down. You might be out there with a shovel or a rake. But you'll get experience operating equipment too. And that's the key, getting the experience. And I've worked for local guys as much as $15 an hour, and I've worked for some of these contract companies as much as $36 an hour, to give you a range. If you know what you're doing, even if you work for a local guy in this day and time, even local guys are paying around 20 an hour. More so about 24. So, you know, there's your good range to go by. Now it might be different parts of the country. This is down in the southeast. So you get in a different part of the country, the pay might more than likely will be different. Like I said, a local guy, you know, you'll get experience operating equipment, especially if he's a good boss and he's willing to train you and help you out and give you pointers. Then you have your next step would be working for a big contracting company. I've worked on contracting companies where we were doing all the dirt work, drainage, power lines, all the dirt work, period, for big major construction jobs where they were building hospitals and stuff like that, or could be apartment buildings or whatever the case may be. I work for big construction companies doing demo, and I'll show y'all some clips of all that. Then when you get older, my age, if you don't have some good contacts and you hang around and show the boss that you're willing to do the job and do it right, you're gonna start getting, or even you call it, demonetized. They'll move you from the heavy equipment to the light equipment. Think you're too old to use the big equipment. which it still pays decent money working light equipment. Where a lot of guys mess up, they'll get out there on their first, second job thinking they ought to operate the biggest piece of equipment out there. Well, that's just not the way it works. The boss man don't care if you can operate the biggest equipment out there. He's hired you for a particular job. That's on any, especially the big construction company jobs. They don't care what you can do. All they care about is what they hired you to do. Now, you're going to do less physical labor for a big construction company. They hired you to run a roller packer. That's what you're going to do every day. They hired you to run a skid steer. You're going to run a skid steer. That's what they hired you to do. Don't go out there thinking, well, he hired me for this, but I'm going to operate that dozer over or that big 480 excavator. No, you're not. Unless you just happen to find a boss that's willing to let you try, and that's on a big construction company, it's highly unlikely. I've worked building ponds. I've worked on roads, building bridges and 10 by 10 square culverts in the middle of the roads, in the middle of the city. I've worked on working on interstates. So I've been around, but as I've gotten older, I noticed now they don't want me to operate the big equipment anymore. They want me to operate especially the big companies, they want you to operate the little lightweight equipment, put you on what they call a light operator. It ain't been that many years ago that I was running some of the biggest equipment out there. And on my last job, I was running one of the biggest pieces of equipment out there. But that's far and few between. The second thing to think about, do you want a steady job where you're going to come home every night? And if you're married or, you have a home life, that would be a local contractor job. You're going to get paid less, but you get to come home every night and sleep in your bed. The big contract jobs, yes, you'll get paid more, but you're going to be gone to a different state for months, either sleeping in a hotel room or a camper, or I'll show you a picture of what I've done because I wanted to save my money. If I'm going to go off and live on the road, I'm not going out there to waste my money. I built a camper on the back of my pickup truck, and I built it in 2 days. Well, I've almost got my camper ready to go to work. I got my bed set up. I still gotta get my bed sheets, my refrigerator, my stove, my water, my pooper. I have a shower system set up, a shower curtain rig set up. I can put out here and take a shower. I am ready. It had a bed, a refrigerator, a stove, a shower. I built all of it in the back of the bed of a truck. Now it's where I slept. And where those other guys were spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars every week on hotel rooms or campsites, I didn't spend a dime. Second thing to think of, if you're off on the road working, where a lot of guys mess up is they want to go out and eat a $20, $30 meal 3 times a day. Go to the grocery store, buy you some groceries, learn how to cook. Save yourself some money. I mean, you're there to make money. You're not there to waste it. When you get home, because trust me, them contract jobs, they come to an end. When they get to an end and you get sent home, you're going to be wishing you had a little money saved up, put in the bank. So, and now, going back to the local guys, you will work harder. They expect you to work more hours, which you're getting paid by the hour, so what's it matter? If you're just getting started and you want to make this your career, you need to get there early. There's an old saying we have in the construction business: if you're on time, you're already late. All my jobs, I've always get there at least 30 minutes early. That way I can feel my way around, see what's going on, check out my equipment, have it greased up, ready to go. When the time to go to work, I'm going. I'm there already. I'm running. My engine's a puttering. And I'll tell you a key, real big key. You want to survive in any business, leave your phone in your truck. Don't stand there and play on your phone all day. I had one young boy running a big giant Volvo off-road truck, playing on his phone, and he run off a 5-foot embankment, flipped that truck. Just stay off your phone, leave it alone. Now, you may be working a job where they need you to have your phone so they can contact you, but put it in your pocket. Don't play on your phone all day. Them bosses may not be sitting right there watching you, but they know it. They know what you're doing. They got people telling them, you know. But as I was saying, get to work on time, do your job, do it to the best of your ability, and go home. Don't start problems with people. Just do your job and go home. Now, I will say, if you can hit it off with the bosses, that's a good thing. If you don't think you and the boss are, friends, which, let me tell you, they don't care where you're working, you're not friends. They may be friendly to you, but they'll fire you in a heartbeat. I've had boys come on jobs with me that would want to just sit around. They said, well, this is a contract job. I know how a contract job works. They have to have so many people here. They're not going to fire me. He got fired that day. Don't fool yourself with stupid things people might tell you. You're there to do a job, and that's all your boss wants you to do is do a job. Do your job and go home. Make your paycheck at the end of the week. Now, going to the big construction company jobs, you will make more money. The jobs are harder to get. You'll do less physical work. If you get hired for an operating job, you'll do less physical work, but you're still expected to be there on time, do your job. Anytime the boss asks you to do something, even if it's not your particular job, say, yes, sir, we'll do it. And that way you'll keep your job. I'm going to add a few clips in here so y'all can see some of the jobs I've done and some of the jobs you might want to do. So with that, y'all have a good day. God bless. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell.